I'm delighted you're here because I know you don't really give a lot of interviews.
Not loads, no.
Do you find it easier now, though? Is it something you've just got more accustomed to the attention, or is it because the whole thing's behind you now? You finished the books.
I think finishing the books it's definitely been a release. I feel more relaxed. I thought I could come on here now and crash and burn, and what does it matter?
It doesn't matter. How much of your life have you spent with those books, with those characters?
17 years.
17 years?
I was 25 when I had the idea.
Wow. And how long between you having the idea and the first book being finished and then published?
7 years.
So
I've been published 10 years.
That's a long journey you went on there just to get it out there.
Huge.
And the first book, is it why you came up with the idea for the book? You were on a train?
I was on a train. I don't even know what I was thinking about, and the idea just came into my head.
OK. Before we talk about Harry and the huge journey you've been on with those characters, what do you have planned next? What do you have? Do you know what you're going to write next, or just a long break?
I just want to take a break. I really do.
Do you think you'll go back into fiction which works for children and adults like the Harry Potter books, or...?
I honestly don't know, but I've said all along, and I still mean it, if I only ever write for younger people, I will never see that as second best.
But is it true, and I've heard this reported, that when you started the books, you wrote the was it the epilogue? Or the
epilogue has been written for years, yeah.
And you had that kept safe all that time?
Yeah. Well, they said I was keeping it in a safe. Of course I wasn't. I kept losing it. And it's true. But yeah, I had the information in the epilogue.
So you knew where you wanted to go with this whole sequence?
Definitely.
Is that a problem, though, when you're writing a book with magic at the core? The fact that, in a way, you could do anything and explain it?
That's absolutely a central problem from the beginning, was to establish the limits, not what magic could do, but what it couldn't do.
So the parameters.
So you had to put the walls in place and contain the action. Otherwise, you've got no conflict, and without conflict, you haven't got a story.
And you haven't got any real kind of emotion when someone dies, if you could bring them back.
Sure.
Obviously, the books are written by you and they're coloured by your view of the world, but is there much of you as a person in the books? Are any of the characters more like you? Are your family in the books? Are the kids people you knew when you grew up? How much is it based on people in and around your life?
I think the three main characters maybe are all aspects of me. Hermione is most obviously so, because I was quite swotty,
quite
introverted when I was a kid, yeah. I became less so, and she becomes less so.
Yeah, well, let people go up, of course.
Yeah,
but she's a fabulous character.
I think so. I love her.
And I'm pleased that she's accepted and people like her for being like that, which is perhaps part of the message, I guess, in a subtle way. How difficult was it for you when you were approached for the film rights, and how much control were you allowed to hold on to?
Well, I said no initially, because Warner Brothers weren't the only people who wanted to do it, so I said no to everyone. And then Warner's came back and said, well, they thought it was a money issue, so they said, would you like a little bit more money? And I said no, and my problem was I didn't want to give them control over the rest of the story. So I said if they were prepared to guarantee that any sequels they made would be my sequels, then we could talk.
So was that a possibility? They wanted to buy the rights to the characters and not necessarily
Well, exactly,
so
you could have Harry does Las Vegas, or
Harry...
whatever you want.
Harry finds a hooker.
Harry finds a hooker.
Congratulations on just a wonderful series of books. Thank you again for the comic relief contribution, and I can't wait for the new movie, but more importantly, the book, which is out. Is it July the 21st?
21st, yeah.
July the 21st. Ladies and gentlemen, Jo Rowling.